Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Yesterday, the White House was something else. So just the beginning when Zelensky arrived, you could tell that something's gonna be taking place there. So immediately, Mr. Trump welcomed him. There was a remark he made about his dressing, like he's well dressed up. So if some of you have seen this video,
You're all dressed up.
I said,
Pretty close. How are you? Pretty sharp.
yo, dressed
He's all
up.
dressed up today.
That's so funny, man. The guy just went direct. That's so funny, man. Trump is something else, man. So this guy is coming from Ukraine. He's fighting this giant country called Russia, and the media has been telling us that he's winning so big, and Russia is losing. Yet the guy goes around getting aid all the time, military aid, and we have so many leaders in Europe, Australia, who are supporting him. They're saying, "No, we're gonna support him to the end." But what is the end? Are we going to continue supporting for 30 years? Because Russia has just proven to us that they can go on and on and on, and they're still producing ammunition and all the bombs. They're producing them. So, is this a good idea to say that we continue supporting this war, or we try to end it now? Try to find peaceful means to end it, because under Biden, the past 3 years, nothing has been done in terms of finding a solution to this, other than telling us that Putin is losing and Ukraine is going to win until they reach the 1991 borders. But how is that going to work? Is that going to be possible? Is that going to be easy? So I don't know how, if I thought this would be possible for Ukraine to gain all those lost territories, because as far as I know, the Russian army, their numbers there are a lot of them compared to Ukraine, where at the moment there's issues of issues of numbers. At the moment, they don't have numbers on the front. So so the meeting yesterday basically started very, like, as usual, like it was all good.
Zelensky of Ukraine, and we've been working very hard, very close. So we've actually known each other for a long time. We've been dealing with each other for a long time, and very well. We had a little negotiation, Spat, but that worked out great. I think for both countries, I think for the world, actually, beyond both countries. And we have something that is a very fair deal. And we look forward to getting in and digging and working and getting some of the rare earth. But it means we're going to be inside, and it's a big commitment from the United States, and we appreciate working with you very much. And we will continue to do that. We have had some very good discussions with Russia. I spoke with President Putin, and we're going to try and bring this up to negotiate a deal. But we've started the confines of a deal, and I think something can happen. The big thing is the number of soldiers.
So again, there was a lot of talk. There's a lot of talk on the media at the moment, especially the mainstream Western media. They are condemning Trump like there's nothing good that took place in that meeting. So in the beginning, everything was good until a time when Vice President Vance asked a question to Mr. Zelensky, and the way he responded, that triggered that reaction from both sides. So we need to understand, first of all, what happened before the whole issue came to what it is today. Before it became the main news of the day. So what happened before that? So we need to understand that. This is what I'm going to be covering in here. So let's see. Let's watch. Let's keep watching.
Soldiers mostly at this point, but soldiers being killed. You're losing thousands of soldiers on both sides. We're losing a lot of soldiers, and we want to see it stop. And we want to see the money get put to different kinds of use, like rebuilding. And we're going to be working very hard. Many locations, but that we need for our country.
Mr. President.
This allows us to do that.
Mr. President. Will you continue? Sorry. Sending military aid.
Yes, go ahead, please.
If I can just yes, in the document there is one of the very important points.
So you see, it was all good, it was all nice, they're talking, they're laughing, until suddenly something changed. So we'll find out where it happened.
If we speak about business and investment, we never had LNG terminals in Ukraine. This document will open. I mean, the next document, but anyway, here we see in the framework, we see really goodwill for this. LNG terminals for us is very important, and I think for security of European continent. We have the biggest storage, gas storage. We have the biggest in Europe. Yes, yes, and we can use it. Use it for LNG. Use it for LNG, and we will do it. And really, we can help Europe because Europe really helped. President Trump said that they made less support, but they are our friends and they are our very supportive partners. They really gave a lot, Mr. President. They did.
They gave a lot, but they gave much less.
No.
Much less.
No. No.
Don't argue with me.
No.
Okay.
So you see, it was all fun there. Everybody was getting well along there. The president was smiling. Both of them basically were smiling. It was all happy chabby. Until, boom, when the question was asked by Vice President Vance. So let's keep watching, and we just analyze this video and find out where it went sour. Okay?
Mr. President Trump, you have repeatedly called the deal with Ukraine as a historical one. And as a President of the United States, you make historical decisions in other issues which affect America and other world. So what place in the world history do you want to take? And do you associate yourself with any famous historical figures?
Yeah, I'd say George Washington, Abraham Lincoln. I would say I'm far superior to George Washington and Abraham Lincoln. Now, you know I'm only kidding, right? Because when I say that, the fake news is going to go wild. They're going to say he considers himself to be better than Washington. But you never know. You never know. I don't compare myself to anybody. I'm here to do a job. We've had a great 35 days or whatever it might be, a month, a little more than a month. We've accomplished tremendous amounts. Not only this would be a very great achievement if we could get the war stopped and get them back to normalization. I think that's going to happen. We've had very good talks.
So another occasion when things started getting bad was when a question was asked about what is wearing, you know? Because the first thing is the president, Trump, when welcoming him, he made that remark about, oh, he's well dressed up. And then this second time, a journalist asked this question about why do you wear that kind of thing? You know, why are you wearing that when you're in the Oval Office, something like that. So from there, things started getting a bit, you know, the drama started getting in. So let's just hear what this question was here.
Situation. What was your second question?
My second question for President Zelensky. Why don't you wear a suit? You're at the highest, why don't you wear a suit? You're at the highest level in this country's office and you refuse to wear a suit. Just want to see if do you own a suit?
Yeah, problems.
A lot of Americans have problems with you not respecting the dignity of this office.
I will wear a costume after this war will finish.
Okay.
Yes, maybe one.
Maybe something like
yours. Yes.
That'd be great.
Maybe something better. Maybe something cheaper than
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, President Trump. You said yesterday
there's no peace.
Yeah, we're going to have arms to Ukraine, yeah, sure. Hopefully I won't have to send very much because hopefully we're going to have it finished. We're looking forward to finishing this quickly. We're not looking forward to sending a lot of arms. We're looking forward to getting the war finished so we can do other things. But we very much appreciate the agreement because we needed what they had, and we're treating, you know, our country is now treated fairly. Biden didn't do that. He didn't know what the hell he was doing. An obligation to try and do something to stop the death.
If I can answer, yes, if I can answer,
Please,
sorry,
go ahead.
please.
And I do like your clothing, by the way.
Yeah, really?
Even though I think he's a great guy, by the way. But I don't know if you two like each other. But you know what? I think
I think
Can you believe that Trump likes that clothing or what? I think he's just trying to make fun of, just trying to joke.
why I like this guy. I don't know
I think
him.
he's dressed beautifully.
So I have more serious things than answer on such
That's
questions.
true. That's a
I will
good-
answer on more serious
a good
questions if I
statement.
can.
That's good.
Yeah. So please, about security guarantees and about just ceasefire. We can't just speak about ceasefire and speak and speak. It will not work. Just ceasefire will never work because I'm like a president. I have this experience, and not only me. Ukraine before my presidency, from the 2014, Putin broken 25 times. 25 times he broken his own signature. 25 times he broken.
Again, here I'm going to disagree with what Mr. Zelensky has said here. There was the Minsk 1 and Minsk 2. According to Angela Merkel, and as well as Hollande, the president of France, former president of France, they all agreed that whatever they signed during that Minsk 2, it was just a sham. Okay, so basically, they lied to Mr. Putin, and the reason why they signed that agreement was so that they can have more time to prepare Ukraine, so that Ukraine can start this war. Okay, not really start this war, maybe they can prepare themselves for war. So basically, it wasn't something that was going to last anyway, because they knew it. So as you can see here, we've got this news from wsws.org. So what it says is, former German Chancellor Merkel admits the Minsk agreement was merely to buy time for Ukraine's arms build-up. So just imagine if Mr. Zelensky is saying that no, Mr. Putin is the one that has been breaking all the promises. That is not true. So here you can say, according to former German Chancellor Angela Merkel, the Minsk agreement served to buy time to rearm Ukraine. The 2014 Minsk agreement was an attempt to give Ukraine time, Merkel told the weekly Die Zeit. It also used this time to become stronger, as we can see today. So you see, this was the time in 2022 when basically some months after the war started. They believed that Russia was going to lose, okay? That Russia will be weaker, and it's going to be maybe some sort of anti-government protest in Russia where they can just now take over. But what has happened now, this is now third year, and this war is still going on. And this time, what we hear here is that
ceasefire.
But he never broke to me. He never broke to me.
No, you were the president. You were the president during.
He never broke to me.
In 2016, you've been the president, Mr. President. You've been the president, but he had, of course, not with you, but he had during those periods. He had conversations with our side, and we had Normandy format. You know, the France, Germany, Ukraine, and Russia, and he broken 25 times. That's why we will never accept just ceasefire. It will not work without security guarantees.
So, if they can't accept ceasefire, how will this war end? Will there be an end to this war, or there will just be supply of arms all the time. I think at this point, that's when Mr. Trump and team became a little bit agitated, basically. And then it started to flare up into something else.
Security guarantees, maybe President is right about this document and other, but this document is not enough. Strong army is enough because his soldiers afraid, Putin's soldiers afraid of our soldiers when we're strong enough. If we are not strong enough, if we are empty, if our storage is empty, we can't defend our land. Today, you know, he knows that we have, all the world knows that we have meeting, yes? Why he's using ballistic? Putin today using ballistic on our hospitals, schools, and etc. Ballistic. So he knows that we are here and that President Trump is really have goodwill to stop this war. And you hear now the president. So why he's using? So he doesn't want to stop. He doesn't want. But I hope that we will do it. Really, we'll do.
Is using because you're also using. There's a report that Ukraine attacked the the pipe that takes the Turkish stream. Okay, so today I think early in the morning, at night, I mean our time here, they attacked the Turkish stream, and then there's also news from Turkey where they've talked about this as well. So this is basically what I'm talking about here. So if you look at this, okay, so look at that. Against the background of Zelensky's trip to the USA, Kiev tried to attack Russian KPS. Okay, so on the night of February 28, against the background of Volodymyr Zelensky's trip to the Kiev regime, to Kiev regime, intending to stop gas supplies to whatever. I don't know. They've just made a mistake there. So they want to stop the gas supplies to European countries, has made another attempt to attack with 3 aircraft type drones the infrastructure of Russian compressor station in the village of Gaykozo in the whatever territory which provides gas supply through the Turkish stream pipeline. This is reported by the Ministry of Defense of Russia Federation. So it's 50-50. Putin is sending those ballistic missiles, and then also these guys are sending those drones to go and bomb those pipelines to stop gas flows to Europe. Basically, the aim is to make Russia block, basically, so that they cannot have money to produce more ammunition or anything like that.
Do it. Security, when we speak about security guarantees, when the Europeans are ready for contingents, they need USA backstop. If there will not be United States, we will not never have any contingents, strong contingents.
Making a deal, getting peace. We don't have to talk about Odessa, but a lot of cities have been destroyed. A lot of cities that are not recognizable. There's not a building standing.
No.
And a lot of...
So at this point, Mr. Zelensky interjects President Trump, where he's talking about a lot of buildings have been destroyed and everything. Because just before this, Zelensky said Putin is destroying buildings, destroying hospitals, okay? So meaning that all the cities basically is just destroying everything, okay? But here he says, no, it's not everything. Listen to that.
You have to come, Mr. President, you have to come and to look. No. We have very good cities. Yes, a lot of things have been destroyed, but mostly cities alive and people work and children.
So he's just contradicting. He's just contradicted himself here. So which buildings does Putin destroy? He says all the cities are okay. Got beautiful cities. So is Putin not destroying those ones?
Go to school. Sometimes it's very difficult. Sometimes closer to front line, children have to go to underground schools or online. But we live. Ukraine is fighting and Ukraine lives. This is very important. And maybe it's Putin is sharing this information that he destroyed us. No, he lost 700,000 people, 700,000 soldiers. He lost everything. Yes. So,
Mr. President,
Big area we're talking about, so we'll take a look. I'll study that and I'll see.
and who would protect those minerals if they are U.S. interests? Would that be Ukrainian
They'll be
forces?
protected. The
European
agreement will
forces?
protect them.
They keep pressing question in order to trap Mr. Trump. Well,
The agreement, yeah, we're signing an agreement. You know?
Right, but what if Russia tries to invade or there's Russian?
so for them, with these journalists from Western media, everything about Putin is bad. There's nothing positive about Putin. So what she's saying is, okay, you're going to get that land with rare earth minerals, whatever. Putin is going to attack those. What are we going to do? Trump says, no, there'll be an agreement, which obviously will stop all this nonsense, whatever is going on there, all the killing, and then there won't be any attack because they've signed a deal, okay? But she keeps pressing him with the same question. This is crazy.
Russian in response?
I just told you, I don't think that's going to happen. And if that were going to happen, I wouldn't make a deal. If I thought that was going to happen, I wouldn't make a deal.
Some people may wonder why.
You know, they ought to focus on CNN on survival, not asking me these ridiculous
Why
questions.
have confidence that Putin won't
Focus on surviving, because CNN's got such low ratings, I don't think they're going to survive. Let's go.
It's because those questions are so ridiculous. And Trump just answers back. It's so crazy, some of these, man, the way they think, man.
Yeah, please, go ahead.
More, since I already mentioned Poland. Poland was under Russian control for decades after the Second World War. When I was a kid, I looked at the United States not only as a most powerful country,
Right.
richest country in the world, the country that has great music, great movies, great muscle cars, but also as a force for good. And now I'm talking with my friends in Poland, and they are worried that you align yourself too much with Putin. What's your message for them?
Well, if I didn't align myself with both of them, you'd never have a deal. You want me to say really terrible things about Putin and then say, hi, Vladimir, how are we doing on the deal? That doesn't work that way. I'm not aligned with Putin. I'm not aligned with anybody. I'm aligned with the United States of America. And for the good of...
This man is very smart, this man. He's super intelligent. He knows what he's trying to do here. And if given a chance, he can strike a deal easily with Mr. Putin. And not those guys in Europe. I don't think Mr. Putin wants to sit down with those boys those politicians in Europe, because those guys are very woke. They're so leftist. It's like they don't understand what's happening at the front. And Mr. Trump he seems to know exactly what's happening, and I'm sure he's got advisors that know the facts than those advisors who are maybe telling Biden that Putin has lost the war, because Biden kept telling us that he has lost the war, he's lost this war, but that never happened. So let's see.
The world. I'm aligned with the world, and I want to get this thing over with. You see the hatred he's got for Putin. It's very tough for me to make a deal with that kind of hate. He's got tremendous hatred, and I understand that, but I can tell you the other side isn't exactly in love with, him either. So it's not a question of alignment. I'm aligned with the world. I want to get the thing set. I'm aligned with Europe. I want to see.
It's aligned with us. Okay? We are feeling the effect of this war. Why? Gas prices, okay, petrol, diesel, they've all gone up since the war started. And I know if Mr. Trump strikes a deal and then also works at removing those sanctions from Russia, the fuel prices will go down. And some economies that are suffering a lot, like in Africa, they can at least recover. They can at least do better than what they're doing, how they're performing at the moment, because the prices of fuel is too high, And what's driving this up is these sanctions. Prices for fertilizers is too high as well, because Russia is one of the top producers of fertilizers. But now they cannot sell to certain countries because of sanctions. So allow Mr. Trump to do the job and finish this war, and then everything will be better, I believe.
One more question.
Hey, I want to respond to this. So look, for 4 years in the United States of America, we had a president who stood up at press conferences and talked tough about Vladimir Putin, and then Putin invaded Ukraine and destroyed a significant chunk of the country. The path to peace and the path to prosperity is maybe engaging in diplomacy. We tried the pathway of Joe Biden of thumping our chest and...
So basically, this is when the whole issue started, when Vice President Vance responded to the question from the journalist, and then what happened next is Mr. Zelensky also just joined in, and then everything became bad. But everything before that, there was a bit of, obviously, a bit of pushback here and there, but this is the main part where the biggest pushback happened. So let's watch the last part of this video and then see what happened there.
Pretending that the President of the United States' words mattered more than the President of the United States' actions. What makes America a good country is America engaging in diplomacy. That's what President Trump is doing.
Can I ask you?
Sure.
Yeah?
So, you see, Vance was just responding to a journalist, and he wasn't responding to Mr. Zelensky. Okay? A journalist asked the question to Mr. Trump. Mr. Trump finished talking, and then Vance went in and then just added a few more about what Mr. Trump is trying to do. So Mr. Trump is saying Mr. Trump is using diplomacy to end the war. And Mr. Trump, the way he answered before was, I have to be, I don't have to hate Putin in order for me to strike a deal. So I have to be neutral. And this is what it's been. It's been neutral, actually, basically. All he wants, since his campaign, he's been talking about, I want to end this war. He was even talking about ending this war in one day, okay? But with such players like Mr. Zelensky, I don't think he can be able to end this war in one day. I notice, I think even from other people that I've commented on this issue, Putin tend to want to stop this war. Putin is willing so much to stop this war than, if you observed Zelensky doesn't seem to love the idea of stopping the war.
Yeah.
Okay. So he occupied our parts, big parts of Ukraine, part of East and Crimea. So he occupied it on 2014. So during a lot of years, so I'm not speaking about just Biden, but those time was Obama, then President Obama, then President Trump, then President Biden, now the President Trump, and God bless, now President Trump will stop him. But during 2014, nobody stopped him. He just occupied and took. He killed people. You know what the contact line?
2015.
2014.
2014 and 2014.
2014?
Yeah. So
I was not here.
Yeah, but
That's exactly right.
Yes, but during 2014 till 2022, the situation the same. The people are been dying on the contact line. Nobody stopped him. You know that we had conversations with him, a lot of conversation, my bilateral conversation, and we signed with him, me, like in you.
Another thing he's talking about, okay, this whole thing started in 2014, okay? He says Putin went into Ukraine in 2014. Had it been in 2014, I think this war would have been over by now, because it was, if I remember very well, when Putin officially entered was in 2022 February. And then since 2022 February, we've been seeing land being taken slowly. In 2014, maybe you may talk about Crimea, yeah. But what happened then during Crimea downfall? The soldiers, Ukrainian soldiers, I think, just walked out. The soldiers of Russia went in, and then they just mounted some roadblocks, and then nothing happened. I don't think there was even bullets fired during that period. Anyway, let's go.
You, President, in 20...
So like what I was saying is, when the Crimea issue started, I don't think there was any fight between Russian forces and Ukrainian forces. I can do just a quick search here. You can see it says why Ukrainian. This is from Reuters, okay? So this is basically the pro-Western, pro-Ukraine news. So it says here in 2017, why Ukrainian forces gave up Crimea without a fight and NATO is alert. Okay, so basically when this happened, there was no fight, and Russia basically just walked into Crimea and just said, okay, this is ours. And there was no fight. So if here Mr. Zelensky says he went in and killed our people, I don't think that happened when Putin went into Crimea. The war started when the people of eastern Ukraine wanted to be independent of Kiev regime, and that's when this whole issue started. These people are Russian people, and I believe Russian language was made illegal in Ukraine, and then these people protested. They wanted to leave Ukraine and be part of Russia, and that's why there was those referendums which Putin did, including Kherson and all those other areas in Zaporozhye and stuff like that. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't remember how Russian soldiers went into Crimea and started shooting people in Crimea, because those people are native. They've got roots in Russia. They speak Russian, and Putin considers those people as his own people. I think this was basically soldier versus soldier.
Signed with him the deal. I signed with him, Macron and Merkel. We signed ceasefire. All of them told me that he will never go with.
This is basically what I was talking about. The ceasefire is talking about where he signed with Merkel. You see? The same one. This is what Merkel says. Former German Chancellor Merkel admits the Minsk agreement was merely to buy time for Ukraine's arms build-up. Here, Mr. Zelensky saying, no, it was Putin who basically went against the agreement and then started bombing Ukraine. When in actual sense, it's them that did it just to trick, Putin into signing that.
Signed him with gas contract. Yes, but after that, he broken this ceasefire. He killed our people and he didn't exchange prisoners. We signed the exchange of prisoners, but he didn't do it. What kind of diplomacy, JD, you are speaking about? What do you mean?
I'm talking about the kind of diplomacy that's going to end the destruction of your country.
Yes, but if you
Mr. President, with respect, I think it's disrespectful for you to come into the Oval Office and try to litigate this in front of the American media. Right now, you guys are going around and forcing conscripts to the front lines because you have manpower problems. You should be thanking the president for trying to bring an end to this conflict.
Have you ever been to Ukraine?
And J.D. Vance here is correct. For me, I support him. There's no way that a person will just come in your home and start dictating things, unless that guy is powerful. If he's not powerful, he shouldn't even be dictating things here. All the Western media, all the left media, including the Democratic politicians and some of the politicians in Europe, they are all saying he was bullied. But basically, look at the way he answered, the way he reacted to the question of J.D. Vance, to the statement of J.D. Vance, is what caused all these issues there. And then also what followed next when he said that America won't be safe in future. Oh, that just made everything bad.
Ukraine, that you say what problems we have.
I have been to.
Come once.
I've actually watched and seen the stories, and I know what happens is you bring them on a propaganda tour, Mr. President. Do you disagree that you've had problems bringing people into your military?
We have
And do you think that it's
I will
respectful
answer.
to come to the Oval Office
I
of the
will
United
answer.
States of America and attack the administration that is trying to prevent the destruction of your country?
A lot of questions. Let's start from the beginning.
Sure.
First of all, during the war, everybody has problems. Even you, but you have nice ocean and don't feel now, but you will feel it in the future. God bless.
You don't know that.
God
The question is, they'll feel it in future. From who? It's not a very good thing that Mr. Zelensky said here. It's more like a threat. You are threatening USA in front of the president in the White House. It's a very bad remark that came from Zelensky here, because is he saying who's going to attack across the Atlantic Ocean? Is it Atlantic or Pacific Ocean? Who are they? This is just crazy, man.
bless.
You don't know
God
that.
bless. You
Don't-
will not
you
have
gotta-
a war.
Don't tell us what we're going to feel. We're trying to solve a problem. Don't tell us what we're going to feel.
I'm not telling you.
Because
I'm
you're in no
answering on this
position to
question.
dictate that.
That's
Remember
exactly
that.
Man, you just told them. Yeah, you're telling them before that they're gonna feel this. Now I'm not telling you. I'm just. What are you talking about, man?
I'm not
You're in no position to dictate what we're going to feel.
You
We're going to feel very
you will
good.
Feel influence.
We're going to feel very good and very strong.
You will feel influence.
And he keeps interrupting the president, okay, of USA, man, in his own home, interrupting him, trying to justify his point. That's something, man. I don't know.
You're right now not in a very good position. You've allowed yourself to be in a very bad position, and he happens to be right about
From the
it.
very beginning of the war.
You're not
Mr.
in a
Brown,
good position. You don't have the cards right now. With us, you start having
not playing
cards.
cards.
But right now, you don't.
I'm very
You're playing
serious,
cards.
Mr. President.
You're
I'm
playing
very
cards.
serious.
You're
I'm
gambling
the
with the
president
lives
in
of
war.
millions of people.
You think-
You're gambling with World War
What do you-
III.
what do you think
You're
about?
gambling with
What do you
World
think
War
about?
III. And what you're doing is very disrespectful to the country, this country. That's
with
back
all
to you.
respect-
Man, this is so disrespectful to USA and the president of the USA. There's no way that this guy can just go in there and just start talking like that. Honestly, myself, my own opinion here is I don't think it's a good idea that Mr. Zelensky will go in there and start arguing with the president, arguing with the vice president. Here, if he can, I don't know what's going to happen is he's going to apologize. Even though he said he won't apologize, he's going to apologize. It's just time will tell.
Far more than a lot of people said
wearing
they
respect.
should have.
Have you said thank you once this
A lot
entire
of
meeting?
times.
No, in this
Even
entire meeting,
today.
have you said thank
Even
you?
today.
You went to Pennsylvania and campaigned for the opposition in October. Offer some words of appreciation for the United States of
are you
America
speaking about?
and the president who's trying to save your country.
Please, you think that if you will speak very loudly about the war, you
He's
can...
not speaking loudly. He's not
Yeah.
speaking loudly. Your country's
Can I-
in big
can-
trouble.
can I
Wait a
answer?
minute. No.
Can
You've
I
done a lot
answer?
of talking. Your country is in big trouble.
I know.
You're not
I
winning.
know.
You're not winning this.
I...
You have a damn good chance of
we are
coming out
staying,
okay because of
Mr.
us.
President, we are staying in our country, staying strong from the very beginning of the war. We've been alone, and we are thankful. I said thanks
You haven't
in
been
this
alone.
cabinet,
You
and
haven't
not
been
only
alone.
in this cabinet.
We gave you, through
I
this
said thank
stupid
you.
president, $350 billion.
You voted
we gave
for
you
your
military equipment,
You
and your
voted
men
for
are
your
brave,
president.
but they had to use our military.
What about
if,
West
if
Speaking?
you didn't have
You
our
invited
military
me-
equipment,
you invited
if
me
you
to
didn't
speak.
have our military equipment, this war would have been over in 2 weeks.
In 3
okay?
days, I heard it from Putin. In 3 days, this is something
Maybe
new.
less.
In 2 weeks, of course, yes.
It's going to be a very hard thing to do business like this. I
Again,
tell
you
you.
just say thank you.
I said a lot of
except
times
that
thank
there,
you
except
to
that,
American people.
except that there are disagreements, and let's go litigate those disagreements rather than trying to fight it out in the American media when you're wrong. We know that you're wrong.
But you see, I think it's good for the American people to see what's going on.
I
over
understand,
there.
sir.
I think it's
I
very
understand.
important. That's why I kept this going so long. You have to be thankful. You don't have the
I'm
cards.
thankful.
You're buried there. Your people are dying.
tell you
You're
again,
running
I
low
know.
on soldiers.
Don't-
Listen,
don't, please,
you're running
Mr.
low
President.
on soldiers. It would be a damn good thing.
Mr.
And then
President.
then you tell us, I don't want a ceasefire. I don't want a ceasefire. I want to go and I want this. Look, If you could get a ceasefire right now, I tell you, you take it so the bullets stop flying and your men stop getting killed.
Of course, we want to stop the war.
But you're saying you don't want a ceasefire.
But I said to you,
I want a ceasefire.
With guarantees.
Because you'll get a ceasefire faster than an agreement.
Ask our people about ceasefire, what they think.
And the guarantees he's talking about, what's the guarantee? No, guarantee is I have to be member of NATO. You have to make us part of NATO. Because what's going to happen is if they become part of NATO, anything that will happen there and is classified as an attack by Russia to Ukraine, then the all NATO countries will get involved and start fighting Russia. And that will mean World War III. Okay, World War III. Also, that will also involve China, North Korea. All those people, all those countries will join hands with Russia to fight this World War III. And all these are armed to the teeth with nuclear weapons. So the idea of Ukraine getting into NATO, and Mr. Trump already said that it won't happen. I don't think it will ever happen. And I don't think there'll be any guarantees from USA to end the war. I think for USA, all they want is let this be signed, let there be peace, and that's it. There won't be any guarantees. I don't think, unless European Union wants to take in, put their own guarantees there so that they can send their people to fight, because there's politicians there that can do that.
That wasn't with me.
For you
that wasn't with me. That was with a guy named Biden, who was not a smart person. That was with Obama.
It was your president.
Excuse me. That was with Obama, who gave you sheets, and I gave you javelins.
Yes.
I gave you the javelins to take out all those tanks. Obama gave you sheets. In fact, the statement is Obama gave sheets and Trump gave javelins. You got to be more thankful, because let me tell you, you don't have the cards. With us, you have the cards. But without us, you don't have any cards.
One more question to Mr. Vice President. I'm sorry, here.
It's going to be a tough deal to make, because the attitudes have to change.
What if Russia breaks ceasefire? What if Russia breaks
Another stupid question.
these talks? What do you do then? I understand that it's a heated conversation right now.
What are you saying?
She's asking, what if Russia breaks the ceasefire?
What if anything? What if a bomb drops on your head right now? Okay? What if they broke it? I don't know. They broke it with Biden, because Biden, they didn't respect him. They didn't respect Obama. They respect me. Let me tell you, Putin went through a hell of a lot with me. He went through a phony witch hunt where they used him and Russia. You ever hear of that deal? That was a phony Hunter Biden, Joe Biden scam. Hillary Clinton, Shifty Adam Schiff. It was a Democrat scam. And he had to go through that. And he did go through it. We didn't end up in a war. And he went through it. He was accused of all that stuff. He had nothing to do with it. It came out of Hunter Biden's bathroom. It came out of Hunter Biden's bedroom. It was disgusting. And then they said, oh, the laptop from hell was made by Russia. The 51 agents. The whole thing was a scam. And he had to put up with that. He was being accused of all that.
This scam was spearheaded by these Western media. These Western media, man. They just try to bring, so much lies, man. They just lie a lot, and then once they come up with a narrative, which is a lie, they'll keep promoting that, until everybody else will just believe that it's true. Because that's what we were taught before, that Russia ran out of weapons, they ran out of ammunition, they don't have boots, they've got AK-47s that are rusty, they're stealing toilets. Like in Russia, there's no toilets. That's what they used to tell us. Okay, up to today, they're still telling us those things. And there are so many people who still believe that in Russia, there are no toilets. But Russia is gaining land. But they're telling us that Russia is losing. So it's crazy. And this is basically what we kept hearing from Biden. You see, he says Putin has already lost the war in Ukraine, says Biden, visit to Finland. And all these media, they never objected that. They never fact-checked, no. They just, all they did is, yes, Putin has lost because, why? Because US president has said so. But everything, almost everything, Mr. Trump says is fact-checked and debunked anytime. So it's kind of crazy. And in that meeting, Mr. Trump, said a lot of true things. Like, for example, he said US has given more than Europe, but Mr. Zelensky refused, say no. So anyway, it's a crazy one. So I think I'll be ending my video now, and this is my third video upload for my new channel. I just hope I can do more and see how I go further. But thank you so much, guys, for those guys who subscribed, and those that are going to like this video. Please like this video so that I can improve. I'm still learning how to do this. It's the first time that I'm going live doing something like this, so I just hope I'm going to improve even the way I'm presenting it. Plus also I'm using this software called OBS, so it's just been hard for me to learn it and just understand it. So cheers, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for all those guys that have subscribed, and I'm going to post another video tomorrow. Thank you, guys. Cheers.